Hey guys, this is Abhishek from GadgetsToUse.com, and today we are here at the Sony booth and we have the Sony Xperia Z5 compact, which has been announced here and it is coming to India as well. But when we don't know, Xperia Z5 will definitely hit Indian market before Xperia Z5 compact, but Z5 compact will come later, most probably. Talking about the overall physical form factor and dimensions, the Xperia Z5 compact is definitely a better phone to hold in one hand, and one-handed usage on this device is going to be good as well. If you compare it with the Sony Xperia Z5 over there, you can see that this is how these devices look like. The Z5 again has 5.1-inch display, which is quite standard these days, but this one is much more handy with a 4.7-inch display. This one is high definition, but this is 720p resolution, whereas this is full high definition resolution. And we do have Xperia Z5 Premium as well, which has 4K resolution, which is quite a different phone compared to these two. So we will find out the overall form factor and we will do a quick hands-on review of the Xperia Z5 compact over here. As you can see, the phone looks very nice. The build quality is good as well. On this one we have got plastic edges compared to the metal edges which are there on the Xperia Z5. So this is one difference over there. We have a flap over there with which you can actually access the SIM card slots over there, and you can also insert a micro SD memory card inside. When it comes to the branding, we have Xperia branding over there, similar branding over there as well. At the bottom you can see that we have, okay, this is not the bottom, this is the bottom. So at the bottom you can see that we have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging on both of them. Then we have a lanyard port over there, but we do not have a lanyard port over there. This is the primary microphone which we have on the phone. And on this side we can see that we have a dedicated camera shutter key, the volume rocker, which is a fairly small button, considering both the volume up and volume down are there inside this button, and compared to this one, this is definitely smaller. And one thing which you can easily see that the power and sleep key is now a fingerprint sensor. So it is a power and sleep key which can be pressed, but it is also having a fingerprint sensor inside which will work to unlock the phone and other things you can do. And the volume rocker on both of these phones is actually placed slightly away from the power and sleep key, which is more distance over there and less distance over there, and this is probably due to the fingerprint sensor functionality they have added to the phone. So let's take a closer look over the Xperia Z5 compact. This phone looks good, the display looks nice. In terms of viewing angles, the display is good. It has got a pretty good display with good viewing angles, and the color production is also nice. Talking about the back, we have got the 23 megapixel camera, so there is no compromise here compared to the Z5 which we have. So we have 23 megapixel camera on both of them, but the placement of the LED flash is slightly different on the Z5 compact. We do have NFC as well, Sony branding over there. And when it comes to the finishing at the back, it is a frosted finishing over there. Again, it is not glossy kind of black glass which you normally see on other Xperia phones. So this is not going to get fingerprints and scratches easily, which is a best thing, I would say. And we have Xperia branding over there. At the bottom we have micro USB port, and on this side we can see that we have the power and sleep key, which is actually a metal button and it has a fingerprint sensor inside. It does have slight amount of chrome lining to it. And then we have the volume rocker, and we do have a dedicated camera shutter key on this 4.7-inch display. For one-handed usage, this phone is a pretty good phone. On the front we have got a 5 megapixel camera, which is a fixed focus camera, but it can record high definition video. You can also record high definition video and 4K resolution videos from the rear camera on the Xperia Z5 compact, which is definitely a good thing. And on the front, at the bottom, we can see that we have touch capacitive buttons which are there within the display, and we have the microphone over there inside this mesh, and we have earpiece over there inside this mesh. And again, this is a metallic mesh over there, and same goes for this as well. Let's take a look over the software and we will find out how good the software is. It is running on the latest iteration of Xperia UI, which has made things pretty smooth and simple, so you can access things easily. The UI is smooth and responsive most of the time. I do not see any issues. As far as physical dimensions of the Xperia Z5 compact is concerned, this phone is fairly light at 138 gram, which is very good, and we have a thickness of approximately 8.9 millimeter. So in terms of thickness, it is slightly more, and this is the case with this one. Talking about some of the features, we have a battery of 2700 milliampere, which again cannot be removed, so the battery is non-removable on the phone. But you have Snapdragon 810 on this device. So Snapdragon 810 is there, which is 64-bit octa-core CPU. You have the same processor which you have on Xperia Z5, and the same processor is there on the Xperia Z5 compact as well, which is nice. Let's take a look over the internal settings and we will just find out quickly some of the things. Let me just go into settings and find out some of the details of the phone. First of all, we will take a look over the about phone, and on about phone you can find out this is the model number of the device and the Android version which is coming preloaded. It is the latest 5.1.1, which is nice. Let me just take a look over the storage scenario and we will just find out how much of storage is there. So again, you do have 32 GB storage on this one as well, and approximately 16.98 GB is available, and the Android operating system is taking approximately 9.43 GB, and 1.7 GB of pre-installed applications are there on this phone. Let me take a look over the application scenario, and here we have the application scenario. We have the current status of the RAM as well. Okay, in terms of the RAM, I just need to confirm how much of RAM it actually has, and it looks like it has 2 GB of RAM, and out of that approximately 678 MB of RAM is free, but the device is responsive and smooth. I would have liked if they have given 3 GB of RAM on this device, but they have given 2 GB of RAM. Let me just take a look over some more options. We do have support for display settings over there, and again we have support for adaptive brightness as well in case you would like to enable it. It will save a lot of battery, and other things as well can be done, especially when it comes to saving the battery. You can get around 2 days of battery backup in case you use power saving mode on this device, which is supported. And you do have another smart band which has been announced here with this one. So this is a touch sensitive smart band which is announced from Sony, and you can actually go for this one as well, but this may not come to India, so we will not talk about it as of now. Let's take a look over the camera performance before we end this video. Let me take a photo of my RX 100 Mark IV over there and show you the clarity you can expect. So it does have tap to focus, and it does take the photos pretty quickly. The camera UI is not the same which you see on Xperia Z5, and in terms of focusing it is good. It has focused my hand pretty quickly. It does have autofocus which works nice, and I can also tap on the screen to change the focus points and tap on the screen to take the photo right away. Let me take a photo from the front camera as well. So we have taken the photo from the front camera as well as from the rear camera. I can show you these photos one by one. So this is how the front camera clarity look like. The front camera clarity is good, but I can see slight amount of grains in this photo. The details are good but not great. Again, it is a pretty good device for this much of form factor, and the camera is doing a good job. Let me take a look over the other photo which I have taken. So this is the photo which I have taken from the rear camera, and if you zoom in you can see good amount of details, and the color reduction is also done nicely. So the rear camera and the front camera both are doing a good job. Let me find out whether we can record high definition video, not actually high definition video, but whether we can actually record the 4K resolution video from the rear camera, and for that